welcome to the 2016 presidential debate. From the Republican Party, we have John Kasich, and from the Democratic Party, we have Bernie Sanders. Our first question today is, how exactly will you go about reforming the immigration policy?
The United States needs an immigration policy that will allow parents of citizens to stay in the country. Everyone in this country needs to separate the idea of immigration from the building of a fence. The people coming into the U.S. are people that want to escape economic difficulties and political persecution. Unreasonable and poor border suggestions make it seem impossible for immigrants to achieve legal status.
Well, I would complete a border fence and crack down on illegal immigration. How exactly will I crack down? Well, I'll leave the door open on that one. I don't pound the table on these.
Question number 2 is, what will you do with the undocumented immigrants already in the United States?
Okay, so I will sign a comprehensive immigration reform into law to bring over 11 million undocumented workers out of the shadows. We cannot continue to run an economy where millions are made so vulnerable because of their undocumented status.
I believe there should be a possible pathway for citizenship for undocumented immigrants already in the U.S. I would prefer them to be legalized once we find out who they are, because I think they contribute a lot to America. They're hard workers, God-fearing, family-oriented. If they commit a crime, they should be deported or put in prison.
Number 3, what will you do about raising minimum wage?
Minimum wage needs to be increased to $15 an hour by 2020 to ensure that no full-time employee will ever live in poverty. In the Senate, I have introduced the Workplace Democracy Act to support labor unions and the working people. I am a major supporter of labor unions.
I think we'd all like to see it go up, but we don't want to see the intended consequence of people losing their jobs. In Columbus, the head of Wendy's said that if the wages go up too high, they're just going to put in kiosks and people won't be there to take orders. It's about balance. We're doing fine in Ohio. I would prefer the states to deal with it at this point.
Question number 4, do you believe in tax cuts for the wealthy?
This campaign is sending a message to the billionaire class. You can't have it all. You can't get huge tax breaks while children in this country go hungry. You can't continue sending our jobs to China while millions are looking for work. You can't hide your profits in the Cayman Islands or other tax havens, while there are massive unmet needs on every corner of this nation. Your greed has got to end. You can't take advantage of the benefits of America. If you refuse to accept your responsibilities You cannot take advantage of all the benefits of America if you refuse to accept your responsibilities as Americans.
I believe in more consumption taxes on things like oil and flat taxes, which would be proportional to the amount of income.
Question number 5, where do you stand on right-to-work laws, which allow workers to choose to be members of a union or not?
I would replace those laws with the Workplace Democracy Act, which would correct present laws that deny American laborers their fundamental right to elect people to represent their best interests and negotiates the terms and conditions of their employment or other mutual protection on their behalf.
I don't think right-to-work laws are necessary. We don't have any disruptive labor situations in Ohio. I don't think they're a big concern.
Question 6, why strengthen/weaken labor unions?
Labor unions do need to be strengthened. If we are serious about reducing income and wealth inequality and rebuilding the middle class, we have got to substantially increase the number of union jobs in this country.
Unions need to be limited. I would want to establish a performance pay system where workers' pay is based on their quality of work.
Question 7, do you believe big business is helping to strengthen the economy?
No, it's not. There is something profoundly wrong when the top 1/10 of 1% owns almost as much wealth as the bottom 90%.
No, I think the strength comes from small businesses. In fact, I have cut taxes for many small businesses already.
And the final question is, how are big businesses hurting the people?
Again, there is something profoundly wrong when we have a proliferation of millionaires and billionaires at the same time of millions of Americans work longer hours for lower wages, and we have the highest childhood poverty rate of any developed country on earth.
Well, in order to help the low middle income families and small businesses, I would cut taxes.